Hello everyone, I welcome you here again. So today we have Miss Harshita Gupta with us. So welcome Harshita.
Hi everyone.
So Harshita is currently a research scholar from IIT Delhi. So we want to start with your academic journey first. Please tell us.
Okay, so while I was pretty young, I decided very early on that I need to, go into this field and I need to pursue this career. So in regard to that, I started my career in commerce, took commerce in 11th and 12th, then pursued my graduation in BCom honors, then pursued my MCom, and after that, I pretty soon got my admission in PhD, just like 6 months after my MCom.
Okay.
It's a
Okay.
pretty straight and pretty brief career.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So is there anything specific about your career? What will you choose after once you complete your PhD? Some people go for corporate, some go for teaching. So what are your career
Uh,
aspirations?
I would prefer to go into teaching because that is what I love to do basically. I would say that teaching people, interacting with them communicating with them, trying to, make a difference in the society is something which uh, inspires me a lot. So I would prefer to make that my career. I don't get tired in teaching while I'm teaching. So that's why I think that would be the best choice for me.
Okay, that's really wonderful. So, do you want to share something about the research proposal? How to find a research topic? Do you want to share something about it?
Yeah, sure. So basically, a lot of like PhD scholars who are young or who are trying to get into the field, the PhD aspirants, they are mostly confused with which topic they should go with, and what is the area that they should start exploring, whether it's the novel area or not. So a lot of them feel like they are encountered with this issue. So I think the best way to go about it would be that you need to find a relevant topic, which is going to stay there for the coming decade at least, because when you start working on it, it will at least take you like 4 years, 5 years to get your PhD degree, right? To get your publications done and then attain that. So your topic at least need to be stay valid till that time, till your publications are out, and hopefully it should stay valid for the next few coming years also, so that you can create a niche for yourself when you are trying to secure some jobs out there. So first and foremost, look at the topic which is current. Don't look at the research which has been done, say past 3 to 5 years. When you are like searching your topic, focus on the papers which have been published in the last 3 years, first of all, while you're screening the papers, right? So number one. Number two is this, that when you are trying to understand that, okay, people might have like multiple uh, research area interest when they enter into a PhD, and then it gets difficult to zero down that what should I do. So number two is this, that you need to check the viability of your topic, right? You need to check whether the data is there or not, or the kind of work that you are trying to do, whether it is qualitative or quantitative, that is a secondary thing. But first of all, you need to know if the data is there, if the topic is interesting enough to not just interest you, but interest your peers as well. Whenever you like talk about a topic with somebody else, basically, they should find it interesting. Otherwise, who will read your work, right? You need an audience. You need to cater
Yes,
to an audience.
absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
So you need to make sure that whenever you are picking a topic, you need that data there, you need that work there, that it's already ongoing, it's there. Because if you are trying to be the first one to move into that area, that would be difficult, because then you need to go into theorizing concepts, right? Which is something that is hardly possible when you are a young scholar. So you need to get into a subject in which you have some kind of literature which is already built, or whether you can find a base in the relative literature that is there, in the college,
Correct.
that is out basically.
Correct.
So that is the important point. And I think lastly, your passion is very, very important when it comes to selecting a topic, because what happens that if you're not selecting a topic which is close to your heart, or uh, which you don't mind reading upon again and again, then it will just simply get boring some days for you. Some days it will get frustrating. You will start taking it as your task, but it will literally turn into a job for you. That Monday to Friday, the 9 to 5, I need to work. You will not enjoy it. And I think PhD is a journey which you need to enjoy. So choose a topic which is close to your heart, which speaks to you, which you will not tire while you are reading on. You will not tire. So I think third is the most important thing.
Yes, absolutely. Very well said. So these days, scholars are going for two types of thesis writing. Some people are going chapter wise, some are going essays wise. So do you want to share something about it? Which one is good? Which is easy? Which is more rigorous? Anything your views?
Yeah. Actually, I think it's the discretion of the scholar and the professor with their in which direction they want to pursue. But in my opinion, thesis is a one single book, right? The one single book. So it's always better to have chapters which are interconnected with each other. The dissertations today, which are having some essays in them, I think they would lack up one proper flow, one single direction of my work. If I have a work, I have 4, 5 objectives, and if they are integrated together, I can tell you one single beautiful story out of it. I can define my PhD in 2, 3 lines to you, and even a layman will understand. If they are in essays with no connection between different objectives, and if it is simple like this, that one line I'm talking about ABC, and second line I'm talking about XYZ, so it will not help. Different concepts are interlinked together in real life, which they are. So although it's the discretion of the professor and the scholar,
Yes.
in my opinion, it's better to go with a single thesis with different chapters on it with interconnected objectives.
Okay, that's really well said. So a lot of scholars look to publish their research works. Some focus on the scopus listed, some focus on the Web of Science listed. So how to find a particular journal, and usually how much time does it take? Any idea?
So it's really, really crucial to find the right fit for your paper. Otherwise, you might find some rejection, which generally demotivates the scholars. And how to go about it, how to look for the right fit is important. And how do you I'll just briefly tell you how do you have to do it. So when you are looking at a journal, first of all, you need to read their aim and scope, the main aim and scope of the journal itself. That what is the audience the journal is catering to? What is their main aim? What do they want to publish? Then you need to analyze if your paper falls in that category or not. If your topic is falling into that category. If there is some journal, say social responsibility journal or business of society or journal of cleaner production, they are more focused to publish researches which are in environmental domain, or some CSR domain, or something which is like ESG issues, which is catering to ESG issues. They are more focused in that thing. So if I come up with particularly core finance topic of some capital structure or something, some portfolio diversification, it might not flow there, because their aim itself is to publish work which talks about sustainability, which talks about responsibility. So it will not flow there. Similarly, if you pick some core finance journals like Journal of Financing and Accounts or something, or some econometrics journal, they want that mathematical and that econometrical rigor. They want that. So if your paper doesn't have that much latest methodology in it and that much equations in it, it will not flow with it. They will just simply dex reject you. They will keep your paper for months at a stretch and then say that, okay, we are not proceeding further, which will in turn demotivate you because you are not allowed to put your paper anywhere else once it's submitting to one journal till you get a decision from the journal, right? So they are just sitting on your work, wasting your precious time because you made a wrong choice. So it's important that, like, obviously errors can be there, but you need to make sure that the kind of journal you are choosing, like there are some journals who are not publishing emerging markets work. They want to publish the developed market work. Then they will not cater to your work at all if you are working on a country, say India. It will not work. But there are some journals who are specifically focused on this, that we want this kind of work which is done in the emerging market. Many emerging market journals are there, so focus there, target them. Also, then there are some journals who are not interested in qualitative work at all. They want some empirical analysis to be done. So make sure that when you are selecting it, that empirical part is used. Some journals want mixed methodology to be there. So introduce some kind of a thing if you want to target.
Okay.
So I think this is how, like, you can go about.
Yes, yes, well said. So, do you want to share something about qualitative and quantitative? Most of the people I have seen research papers, mostly quantitative papers are there.
Yeah.
Qualitative is less in number. That is my observation. I might be wrong also. So, do you want to share something which is why is usually like that, or what could
Yeah.
be the reason?
So basically, I think it is area specific, not area specific. In which area are you working? If you're working in the area of finance or maybe economics, you might find more empirical work. Or in economics, you might find some theorizing work, more theorizing work, because they are always trying to establish some kind of connection between A and B, some kind of causality basically between A and B, and then trying to provide a theory for it or some policy for it. So you might find more empirical work in that domain. Whereas the domains of HR, marketing, maybe entrepreneurship also these days, since it's a new domain right now, you might find more qualitative work. People taking up Delphi technique or interview based technique. You might find these kinds of things because it caters to the research area per se, right? If I want to understand the, say, motivation of an employee or a consumer when it comes to a company, that or their perception, I need to do it with an interview only or with some face-to-face communication or some qualitative aspect. It cannot be taken or recorded correctly just by taking an empirical proxy uh, of the main thing, right? So I think it is a lot area specific also. Plus, empirical work is a little bit easier than the qualitative one. Not that much easier because you don't get the results. You get more frustrated. At least in qualitative work, you know that you will get the data, you will generate the data on your own if you're not getting it. And you'll get the publications. The publications in like qualitative work, it's easier. It's easier because you are not supposed to defend anything, right? You are not supposed to prove anything with the data. You have collected the data, you have got some results, you have made a case, and you can sell that case. But in empirical work, it is easier sometimes to get the data. Sometimes there are data related challenges, you are not getting the data. Then the main challenge comes with that you're not getting the desired results or the kind of results that you should get. And even if the results you're getting, you need to find a justification for it. And why I did got this impact, why is this impacting that way? You need that kind of work done. But empirical work in itself is easier to start with because you know that you are playing with numbers. You have a quantified data, you can get it, you can start working on it. There is nothing is stopping you to jump from first objective to second objective if you are not getting that data or if you have lost some interest in the first one. But in qualitative studies, generally you will get some linkages that, okay, when the if the first objective is not completed, you cannot even start the second one. So I think that is the reason that people are more motivated towards empirical work. But again, it's very area specific, very area related. Some areas you cannot do away with qualitative work, and some areas you cannot do away with quantitative.
Yes, yes. That's wonderful. Very rightly said. So, is there anything else you want to share with all the viewers?
I think anybody who's trying to enter into this journey, they just need to know this, that it's not an easy work when you enter it, or if you just think about it that okay, you have a flexible schedule, you can work from wherever you want, you are getting paid for it, and the like returns later on are good. But still, it's not an easy work. A lot of times, your peers, when you are at this age, when you are pursuing PhD for a long time, your peers, they are earning really, really well. Your friends, they are working in some corporate or they are in some business, they are earning well. And you yourself end up earning peanuts. So, first of all, you feel that kind of a pressure there. So, you need to understand that before you come to this journey, that for 5 years, you need to be patient. That, okay, I'm earning less now, but I'll get good returns later. Secondly, you need to know that the journey itself is something you need to fall in love with. Because if you are not loving every aspect of your research journey, even the failures of it, there would be some times that you are very energetic, you'll be doing everything right, and there will be sometimes when you are feeling very low, you are just not interested in going anywhere, doing anything, even opening your laptop. You need to understand that it's okay. You need to love yourself, love that journey. Even at that point, you'll get many rejections for publications. It's okay. You need to understand that this is the part of the journey. This is how you will grow. This is how you will become some like a researcher or a professor, because they talk about like all the professors that you see, or anybody basically in this domain. You see them, you recognize them when they have achieved that success. They're talking about success, but they're not talking about their failures. And obviously, they were once at the stage in which you are right now, and they have gone through those failures. They are just not, maybe not talking about it, or you are not seeing the kind of hard work that they put in. So make sure that when you are entering this kind of domain, you need that hard work. You need that self motivating quality in you. You need to understand that even if you are progressing at the pace of a snail, it's okay. It happens. When the time will come, you will sprint. And you need to know that you need to, build a sound base for yourself if you want to enter a research journey. Until and unless you can do all that, do not go for this field. It will get very frustrating, and you will just start like doubting yourself, your choices. Many times you will think that I should just quit. But you need to know that even in those black ages, you need to just simply keep moving on. You need to like keep yourself motivated, and I think establish a good peer connection, because a fellow person, a fellow PhD scholar will understand what you are going through,
Yes,
because they are going through the same thing. So you can like create a good kind of a friendship base for you. It also helps because when like if I have a topic, if I'm not discussing it with my peers, I'm not growing in that topic, right?
Mhm.
I don't know where I'm going wrong. I might be going wrong. And if I keep discussing it with my seniors, my juniors, my peers, they might offer some insight which I missed.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
it's important to like have that kind of a circle with you. It may be a small circle, just two, three people whom you can discuss your work with. But you need uh, that kind of environment there, that kind of a like society there for your own self, your own tiny society when you are there at your workplace. Yeah, so that's like all from my side. That like all the best to all the new aspirants who are trying to get into this field. I know I might have scared in my last words, but don't get scared. It's a very fulfilling, like a very fulfilling profession if you are cut up for this. Like if you have a passion for teaching, if you have a passion for research, this is a very fulfilling like journey also, and a space also.
Okay, thank you, Harshita. Thank you for your time and sharing your learning with all of us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me.
Thank you.